So Ted and I are on our first, basically our first big hike of the summer. So we figured we'd make our inaugural trip to the circle with the markers. See if anything's changed here. I don't know exactly what the state's doing here, but whatever it is, they have a center point, and then they've got a marker here to indicate that center point. And yeah, I don't know what that means. Some sort of boundary marker or something. You can see all the markers around here. The X's, I don't know what that means. I can't imagine them randomly chopping trees down out here. So like, why would you chop that tree and then that tree and then leave the other ones? So I don't know. And there's another one right behind this big one back here. That one's got an X on it. I don't see anything. There's no X's on the trees over here, and they look like the same kind. Hey buddy, see how well he blends in? This dude was made for the forest. So what we got to do is basically get up on top of that mess up there, because that's where the trail is that heads down. If we just drop down over here, that drops us into pricker bushes. And, well, that sucks. But I'm talking up. I mean up. A lot easier when you got four-wheel drive. Ted's really got that one nailed. I gotta be careful on this stuff because this is all slippery moss on the rocks. Luckily, Ted led me up a path though. So I think he's leading me up a path. Maybe he's just looking out for himself. Yikes. I know. This was a lot easier a couple of years ago, wasn't it, buddy? Hands the time of getting us both. You wouldn't even be heavy breathing at this point. I would be. That's because I've always been old and fat. This is new for Ted. That's pretty cool. Little bird nest there. Probably wasn't too cool for the bird though. Wow, man. I don't remember going up higher. How about you? I'm gonna go up a little bit higher. That's the problem. Things seem like they are farther away when you're older because, well, they are. Just gotta stop and breathe every once in a while. But it just seems to me that the next road up was a whole lot closer. Yeah. No spring lost in this dude's step. He's on the hunt. Ooh, what was that? Red tail. Crap, I just missed him. Ted looks, oh, that's why Ted looks happy. That is the upper road. Dang it, dude. If you weren't just my superhero. It's just harder to spot because, well, I don't even know if you can see it here, but there's trees down and stuff like that in it now, so it's hard to really see this as a trail anymore. Wish you could have seen that red-tailed hawk. It actually looked better in real life because I was zoomed out wider. If I can spot him again, I'll try and stabilize and get a good shot of him. I bet he was watching you, buddy. Then he saw me and decided that you might not be the best lunch meal. All right, so now we follow this trail down, and then this trail will lead us, will lead us to a little debris field. We'll cross that, and then we'll be back on the trail to head home. So it's basically about a maybe 1.5 mile loop, but because you're going practically vertical at times, it certainly seems farther. I mean, even back when I was actually in shape, this seemed like a solid 2 miles, and it really isn't. But those hills will do the cardio for you. And because of these leaves and this basically being a deer path, we'll also have to do some heavy duty tick checking. Had a few of those this season already. Right, Ted? If he ever answers, I'll be the first one to freak out. Don't you worry. There's a deer trail there. This looks like one of those dangerous tree things, I think. Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna pack that out with me. Whoops. Sorry, Ted. All right, so just for reference, this is the mountain behind us. We go this way about 1/4 mile now. We're gonna get to the Bob Quay Bridge. That field up there is Carl Sweet's field. His barn is about there. Our house is somewhere there-ish. And the blue marker circle is up and over that ridge there, down on the other side, almost parallel with where we are right now. And I don't think you can hear the river straight down there. All right, so something interesting to note. Ted looked forward. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a stone wall that goes all the way up the mountain. Ted and I have followed that in the past. Got another trail that takes that, and then he just abruptly headed straight down. That was Ted's way of saying, Dad, we shot too high. We need to be lower down. So I think this is where the debris field is. So called because of all the rocks and things that are normally out here in the mud. This does not seem as muddy as it normally is, which is interesting. It's a little squishy, but nothing crazy. We haven't actually seen a coyote in a few days, by the way. So that's why I decided we could probably come back up into the woods again. Because the coyotes, although they're probably watching us, would be way up. They went back up into the mountains again. I don't know how this dude does this. So that may have looked like a little random turn. But this is a deer trail that comes straight through. This is the same deer trail we follow across pretty much every time. I didn't notice it because I was yakking. Don't worry. We're almost to water, man. Okay, yeah. Here's the debris field. A lot of trees down in here. I almost didn't notice it. So now he's bringing us back up. Because you can see this stuff here. Although this is where I do want to go through. Hey, Ted? We're going to head down. I do know where I want to get through on this one. So you can see the green stuff here on the left. That's pricker bushes. Down, Ted. Down. Down. We don't want to get into the pricker bushes. Good boy. So this, in a certain time of the year, you can't even see through because the grapevines are so thick. But where the grapevines are, you don't have a whole high contingency of those pricker bushes and stuff like that in there. Because those things are terrible. Try to work your way through. Let's see if I can get close on these. Yeah, really hard to see, but these things will grab you and keep you from heading downhill. He will be trapped. I know, man. Can't believe it. It's dry. We've had a lot of rain lately, and I'm not quite sure why, but all the little streams are dry. Okay, down. Hey, down. Let's go. Are you hunting or leading? Because if you're hunting, I'm not following. If you're leading, I'll follow. All right, that's better. It's the disadvantage of following a Yorkie. Sometimes they do get on their own trail. They're a lot like beagles that way, where they forget that they're actually doing something specific, and then they go off on a hunt. Ted's usually pretty good. He's not like a beagle where he would just run over the top of a mountain and you'd get a call from somebody like 2 states away. Ted's pretty good that way. He'll come back eventually, but he's getting us kind of high again, I think. I don't know. Last time I questioned his judgment, I was wrong. Yeah, I think we need to head down. We need to head down, man. Oh, heck with you. You can head up. I'm headed down to the bridge. Yeah. Oh, that's the other washout, I think. Once again, don't question the Yorkie. I don't need to earn. Kind of steep. I'm following you. Get a drink, buddy. Hey, Ted, get a drink. You were looking for water. Okay. However, I was not looking for water. Alrighty. So I can hear the river. As you can see, Ted's not waiting. What a beauty. Way down there. Guess he's on his own. See, I thought we overshot. Well, I guess we didn't at all. Nope. There we go. Ted is right on the trail. And that is the Bob Quay Bridge. You got places to be, I take it? Oh, that's going to be a surprise for them. There's a tree across the trail up here that wasn't here the last time we came through. Let's see if he looks at it. I'm just going to walk right through, like not paying attention. Didn't bug him much. He's just looking for the easy way to get through. Other than that. Okay, so just for frame of reference, that's the trail to do Terrible Ted's overpass, and that's for the rest of the Greylock trails. So yeah, I guess I'll have to come up here and cut this sucker out of the way. So we're about a half mile from home. You've all seen this before. I sat on here one time with him when he froze his feet when we came up here in December, I think. He decided that would be a good time to walk across the river. Which, of course, it wasn't. So, that's it for this. You ready to say goodbye, Ted? All right. Consider this a goodbye from Ted. That's about as social as he gets.